Hey YouTube, I know I have been absent and you probably saying, God, every time you get on a video recently, you always saying that you absent and you about to catch up. Well, I'm so sorry. And like I say in my other videos, a lot has been going on and life has took its course, and I'm sorry, and I felt like it was time for me to at least get on this camera and let y'all know, the reason why I have been absent, and to get y'all updated on what's been going on with me. This week makes week 17 for my gastric sleeve. I had VSG surgery March the 15th of this year, 2016. The last couple of weeks, has been a challenge versus my sleeve. And if y'all seen in my last video, I updated that I was also pregnant, and I think I was like 6 weeks, 5 weeks. I think I was either 5 weeks or 6 weeks in some days. And I'm currently, now I am 12 weeks and 2 days. Yeah. So yes, I'm 3 months pregnant, and it's week 17 of this gastric sleeve surgery. And a little insight. Okay, my weight loss surgery and my pregnancy has really went hand in hand. I guess I'll start talking about my weight loss, and then I get on to my eating habits and all that. Okay, well, I don't remember what week it was when I reported my weight loss, and I also don't remember how many pounds I were. But today is week 17, like I said, and I am officially 205 pounds. So yay. I don't know what a total of it is, but I think it's almost 80 pounds that I lost since surgery, and I think it's like 96, 97 pounds since my highest weight, or whatever. A lot of people were probably like, dang, it doesn't even look like you. You look completely different. I know. My face, this hairstyle really doesn't compliment my face, but you can see a lot of the slimness, and this little fat that I used to have around here is disappeared, and my boobs are not sitting like right here. They're down here, and they're not really that big. I'm not trying to show you my nakedness. Well, I'm not really naked. It's just I don't have any pants on, and I have a t-shirt on, but I have underwear on. But that's TMI. But I was just trying to show you from the side how it looked, and I guess I can show you my arms. Yeah, I got a lot of stretch marks, and I got a lot of jiggle that I'm gonna have to tone up after the baby or whatever. But my color is coming back. I'm coming back to my brightness, and I don't have those dark black marks that I had coming from the side of my face. I'll take my glasses off. Yeah, I don't have all that darkness that I had on the side of my face. It's just a little bit going on. So basically everything is coming along, and my nose, disclaimer, my nose was getting small, but like I said, I'm pregnant now, so it seemed like it started spreading back out. But if you followed me from day one, and not even day one, day zero, when I hadn't even started documenting about my weight loss surgery, I think I was just trying a couple of videos like little diets that I had tried. And I think I have a video on here of when I was tracking my ovulation at one point. And you can see a complete difference from then and now. You can see progress. And I really would like to lose maybe another 20 to 30 pounds. But you know, that's neither here or there. If I do lose it while I'm pregnant, that's a plus. But if not, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. And a lot of people think that just because you're pregnant, you're gonna gain a whole lot of weight. But before I got pregnant, or before I even knew I was pregnant, my starting weight was 246. And like I say, now I'm 205. Like, I done lost like 40 pounds in that first trimester itself. You get what I'm saying? So I'm still able to lose weight. And I know they say you don't really start gaining your weight into your second trimester, but we'll see. And I want to get to how my eating habits have changed. Okay. The reason why I hadn't been documenting any videos is because I was going through a spell where I wasn't able to drink or eat anything. So it was a real bad spot in it around that time. It's like when that video got out. I think I had said I was 6 weeks, or I was either 5 weeks. But it's like when I got to week 7, I started getting real sick. I wasn't able to keep water down or food. And so I was like super dehydrated. And we all know VSG recipients, it's easy to get dehydrated. And now I'm trying to carry a child too. It just was a setup for the worst. So I stayed in bed all the time. I tried to get what I can get in, but it's like my whole life was revolved around a bucket and the restroom, and I just would stay in bed all day. And I couldn't understand it, because at first it started out really slow. When I found out I was pregnant, everything was fine, and like I said, until I got to like the 7 week, because I think I found out I was pregnant at 5 weeks. I think it was 5 weeks, maybe 4 going on 5. It was around there. And then it's like when week 7 hit, it's like everything just went like left. Like I started getting sick, and I started not feeling good, and I started, couldn't hold nothing down, and I was back and forth to the hospital. Every time I would go to the hospital, they would give me a couple of bags of fluid, and they would give me something for nausea, and it's like it would help temporarily, then I get home, and then it'll start all over again. So I was like, I don't know if this has something incorporated with my gastric sleeve. Is this my sleeve not, wanting me to do something, or is it the pregnancy? And then a lot of moms was telling me, it's your first pregnancy. It could be a condition. It could be morning sickness, or it could be the greater condition called like hyperglycemia. It's something like that. So I didn't know what it was. So I just kept going back and forth to the ER, and they kept giving me fluids, and then it just got to like the 5th time I went. I had a doctor's appointment. I had went to my first OB. Well, that was my first OB. That was my second OB appointment. But it was my first with that doctor, because I had switched doctors. Because like I said, when I found out I was pregnant, I was seeing a doctor that was 45 minutes away from where I live. And I followed him because he was the one that was trying to get me pregnant. And he knew a little bit more about me than, most OBs. And I wanted to follow him. But like I said, he never stayed in that clinic. And I just decided that I need to find somebody a little bit closer. And I seek to find somebody else, which was, I think it's like a 15-mile radius from my, house or whatever. Maybe 20 miles, because it's like in the next little town over. And I had an appointment with him. It was my first time. When I went to that doctor's appointment, Lord have mercy. That right there was the worst day of my life. I was so sick. Like, I went and I was throwing up, and it's like I was in the waiting room and I had to keep throwing up, going back and forth, back and forth to the restroom. It was a place where, you go get checked, OB appointment. So, of course, a lot of women figure, oh, she's probably having morning sickness, But I was embarrassed because I'm like, I can't even sit down and wait for them to call my name because I'm running back and forth to the restroom because I'm throwing up. So when I met the doctor, he was like he needed to do a pap smear and he was gonna do an ultrasound to check the baby. And y'all probably see me looking over here because I was gonna show y'all that ultrasound, and I wanted to make sure it was still on my dresser drawer. But anyway, he wanted to do an ultrasound, and he wanted to do a pap smear, and he was gonna do some blood work. But he see that I was in discomfort. Like, he was like, "Oh, somebody's not feeling good." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been like this for a couple of weeks. I can't hold nothing down." And he was like, "Okay, well, after you do this appointment, I'm going to need you to go to the emergency room and you explain to them everything that's going on." Okay. So he did the pap smear, he did the ultrasound, and at that time I was, let's see, I'm on the wrong side. Let's see. I was 9 weeks and 5 days. Let me tell you about this ultrasound. Okay, when he did this ultrasound, he went and found the oldest freaking ultrasound machine, like 1975, 1970 type thing. Like, it was big and it looked like it was old. It looked like it was made before I was even born, and I was born in 92, and it just was, I was looking like, oh my god, this thing is old. But so it had like the big old chrome on it. So you know how the thing they rub on your stomach, it used to be like little, but it be enough to a little square base to rub against your stomach and find a baby. This thing was big. It was like the side of my hand. It was like this. It was like, when he went across my stomach, it's like he went across like this, like a windshield wiper. That thing was super long and it was like this thick. But anyway, this is what it looked like. I'm trying to get a good grip on it, because like I said, I was very early on. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't nothing but 9 weeks and 5 days. But there's the baby. Yeah, that was my little 9-week baby. And yep, and look how long this ultrasound paper is. Like, look how long this is. So you knew this had to be like an old ass ultrasound thing. Like, I can't even believe that they even had 9 weeks in 5 days on here. Like, but they got a good picture of the baby, and I thought they was gonna have to do a transvaginal exam, but they didn't. So he got that from doing it on top of my stomach. But after he did that, I was very excited to see that my baby heartbeat was being so strong, because like I said, I hadn't been able to keep food down or anything, and I was just worried about the baby at that point. And I just was like, how's my baby getting nutrition, and I'm not able to take my vitamins, and I'm not able to eat. But anyway, I went to the emergency room. They gave me 4 things of fluids. They gave me some magnesium, they gave me some potassium, and I think they gave me some iron. And they sent me home. So, okay. I did not feel better. Like, I still felt terrible, so I knew it had to been something like totally freaking wrong, or I had to be like in trouble dehydration wise. But waited. I waited a couple of more weeks before I went back to no, because I was 9 weeks and 5 weeks. I mean, 9 weeks and 5 days on that day, and I think I went to the emergency room again. Hold on, just a second.